All right. I'd just like to welcome everybody to the good old Damn It Josh podcast. I'm Reese. I got Jake over here with me. We got Jordan and Tyler. And we're going to be talking about Gorillaz' album Humanz. And probably a little bit more about the Gorillaz in general. But Gorillaz.
Gorillaz.
So, say hi, guys. Let's just fucking start this. Where do we even start?
Well, how'd you guys like the album?
Fuck.
Okay, how did we like the album? That's a really good question.
I had problems with it. Like, I wanted to like it, but like there were things that wouldn't allow me to like it.
I'm so glad you said that. I came into this conversation expecting to be the only one that was like, all right, guys, let me just shit all over this album really quick. I'm sorry in advance. Like, I apologize, but here we go.
Disrupt them.
No,
I
you're not
don't
wrong.
want to shit on the album because it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Just something. I don't know what. It's just not where I'm at. Tyler, what do you think?
I mean, as a longtime Gorillaz fan, like, there are parts I really like, really like, and then there are parts that I don't really like.
Sounds
let me
pretty.
kind of get
broad.
let me get the track list in front.
For
We'll just
sure.
kind of jump into it, and we'll talk about some of the ones that I think are fucking smash. Like Saturn's Bars, I love that shit. I don't understand half of it, but I like it a lot.
I agree. I really, that was the chorus that really kind of stuck in my head, and I would catch myself singing it. Yeah, I have no idea what the dude was saying in the first verse or any of the other words, but just him saying "all my life." Oh my god.
Blah 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 blah. I'm the baser.
Exactly.
No, but it was like it definitely had its moments. I guess my problem with it was that it didn't feel like Gorillaz. Like, it was like a bunch of collaborating artists and then like Damon
feature
Albarn
these guys.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I
That's-
think there were like 3 songs in the entire album where 2D was actually singing.
That bothered me too because I really like his voice and I really like his lyric style.
Yeah.
And just to not hear him like at all or almost not at all, was kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it kind of it was really frustrating because I mean at least with like Demon Days the original or even Plastic Beach, where like Plastic Beach had a bunch of collaborators but they were still super prominent
Right.
in Plastic Beach.
Exactly.
I
I don't
mean-
know. Go what?
Sorry, I was like, even in the Gorillaz album, he only had a few collaborators, and they were like featured a lot, but he still had his parts enough to make it a Gorillaz album.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like Clint
Right.
Eastwood, perfect example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that song is he's just in the chorus, but it still feels like it feels good, like it feels right,
Yeah,
I'd say for me, the whole album felt very disconnected. Like, I felt like he had artists that he wanted to collaborate with, and then he also just had music, and he was like, well, I'm just going to put these together. It's like, I feel like he had a bunch of people record a bunch of demo songs, like, over other music, and then he was like, I don't really like this anymore, and then he just put music behind them. There were only like a handful of songs that really felt like they meshed well, musically and like lyrically, and the way their voices sounded and everything. It just all felt really disconnected to me, except for a few songs.
I don't know. I feel like part of that was the album itself. Like a lot of the songs in there are super political,
That bothered me as well.
like very just in your face. This is what I got to say, bitch. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Ascension, the first track, or like the first track after the little intro. I switched my robot off.
Yeah.
Yeah. like just before the breakdown with that screaming part. I'm trying to remember the.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the land of the free, where you can get a gram. And the,
As long as you don't look like me.
Yeah,
As soon as he said that, I was like, oh,
hanging like a puppet, like you're hanging from hanging from a fucking tree, like oh.
yep.
Like, I guess.
I felt this is gonna sound really dumb, but I felt like alienated. I guess I was like, I can't really. I listen to like Tupac and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But when I listened to this album, I was like, I don't know if this is okay for me to listen to. Like, I feel it made me feel like off. Like I didn't feel like it was. I don't know. I didn't. There was the politicalness of it all, and like the race charged verses from some of the people felt very. I don't know. It just felt really out of place.
Tyler, did you find that song?
I'm sorry. Which one was it for?
Jake.
Oh, Saturn. I'm listening to that song right now. I was just listening to the album. I was just here just jamming, man.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, there are some that feel weird. Like, there are a lot that I really like. Like, Submission's really good too. I like Submission.
You think so?
Badass.
I like it.
That's the one with Danny Brown, right? Or which one are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even a big Danny Brown fan, and that was like, I was like, all right, I'm in.
That's the Oh, you know what I did like about that one though?
What's that?
The woman voice, the woman singer.
Yeah.
It says Kalila. She holy crap! It reminded me of like '90s R&B, like TLC and stuff. Just the vibe of the first half of that song. I like Danny Brown's verse too, but man, that's what sold it for me. I was like, hey, this isn't too bad.
Yeah, Submission was a really good. Like just the entire album just feels like there's like really good dance tracks in there that aren't even fucking like marked as singles.
Yeah, I mean,
like Carnival, I loved Carnival. Like I know it was weird, but just like that arpeggio, and can we just call this album what it is? It's like fucking Gorillaz arpeggiated.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
So first one that I didn't really feel was track 2, Ascension. I don't really like it.
Ascension?
Yeah, I didn't like Ascension either.
But you know what? The more we're talking, the more it's like I feel like this album has a little song for everybody. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could feel like my mom could listen to Moments. Like it felt like a Black Eyed Peas sort of vibe.
Yeah, but super minimalistic.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a lot to Moments. Like it was just straight up like
Moments.
backup vocals, Moments,
Yeah.
like really basic. But yeah, I suppose. Or like We Got the Power.
Yeah, I like that one.
We got the power to do that.
I'd have to say, "Let Me Out" is probably my favorite song on the.
That's my like. I wanted that to be my favorite, but Hallelujah Money ended up being my favorite, honestly.
Oh, well, I mean, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
That one's really
It was
good.
just so drastically different, and it felt like a Gorillaz track. All right, so let's go around then, and like each person say their like favorite track. So like Jake, what was your favorite track on the album?
I'm having a hard time. I'm a little mixed about the entire album itself. For me, it was just, I don't know, a different vibe than Gorillaz for me, so I'm still trying to find something I like.
Yeah. So it's still basically kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jordan, what was yours?
Let Me Out.
Yeah, okay, Let Me Out. And Tyler, Saturn Bars?
I'm really liking Saturn Bars. There's other ones I really like too, though. Let Me Out's really good. I agree.
Yeah, I had like 7. I made a list of things that I liked, things that were okay, and then songs that I couldn't care less.
I like Ticker Tape. That's good.
Ticker Tape was pretty good. You didn't like Ticker Tape? Come on,
it was
man.
okay. I put it in the okay section. That's what you get.
Fair enough. Fair. Well, at least it wasn't Circle of Friends. So.
That's barely a song. That's not a song. I don't consider that a song. Yeah, let me just sing Circle of Friends 40 times over the next 2 minutes.
Over and over.
Oh my god.
And over.
I get it, I guess, but Jesus, dude. I would have liked some instrumental, and I would have been like okay with it. But it was just him saying circle, circle of friends. I was like, no, 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 no.
Oh, jeez. I don't. Some of them were tough to get through, but after like the multiple playthroughs, it wasn't as like, I guess, jarring. I enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
I was willing to like, accept everything that was getting thrown at me as compared to the first time where I was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was kind of when I was listening to the first time, man, it was really hard to get through, I'll admit. Like the first I don't think I enjoyed a song until I heard Andromeda. And that's like the 10th song on the album.
Was it the Take It in Your Heart?
Yeah.
Now? Yeah, okay.
That was the first one, and I was like, okay, this is good. And then Busted in Blue comes after that, and I was like, okay. And the album got better from there. And then it just
that was one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It would go up really high, like to songs that I enjoyed, and then it would just dive bomb to these weird songs, and it would go up again and then dive bomb again. And I was like, what is happening?
Well, I think that's part of the album, because if you like look at it, the 26th set, it's like a weird Pink Floyd-esque intro, and then like 4 songs, and then like another fucking weird intro, and then another 4 songs, like
divided into like sections. Like it feels like each section was supposed to mean something.
Yeah. I couldn't break it down. Most of it just seemed like, fuck everything, everything's fucked up, but we should come together even though everything's fucked up. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I could be wrong. I could be getting that wrong, but that's what I got from it.
Yeah, I felt the same way too. And to call the human, I guess, when you call the album Humanz, but then you get like these overly charged political songs that are clearly directed towards one type of person, like it feels disconnected again, and that kind of bothers me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let's all come together, but I'm gonna say this stuff that you can't really relate to. And I was like, okay, thanks.
What's up, Jake? He had some interview where he was talking about editing out all the Trump references at each song.
There were days, weeks.
Like,
it took me months. Yeah, to go on the opposite end of this, what you could say is that Humanz is basically the album that the Gorillaz, or that Damon Albarn has always wanted to do. Because I mean, like, first and second album was like secret hip hop tracks. Like, you were into it, but you didn't realize it was a hip hop track until like, a month or two after you were listening to it.
Right.
And so now it just seems like they're like, you know what we do, so just here. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little less of a facade and just straight up like, just take some music.
Yeah, I could see that. That's again why I feel like it's just a bunch of stuff that he had, and he didn't know. Because some of the songs, if you cut out a lot of the songs, I could see like a 7 or 8 song like EP type thing, and all those songs would be like together, and they'd be like cohesive, and they would all sound kind of the same and have a similar vibe. But then there's all this other stuff around those songs that kind of just break it up, and it makes it go all over the place, I guess.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does feel all over the place, from each track. And I mean, the intros that they have lead well into the next track, like for each of those. But then once you get to that next one after that, it's like, whoa, hold up, what just happened?
Yeah,
they're just very jarring stuff. But I mean, that being said, I guess we have the like 10 episode series to look forward to.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they got an okay to do it. I guess it's going to be a one-shot 10 episode series.
That's dope. That like goes along with the is it tied into the album itself, like with the songs, or is it just like, I mean, obviously it's tied in with the songs, but I mean,
well, yeah, but like each album is like a phase where like shit is going down. I mean, it's a lot to get into, but like the most recent one after Plastic Beach, because you've seen like the videos for Plastic Beach, right?
Yeah, some of them.
The whole basis is that they were being attacked by the devil because Murdoch never sold his soul to make the Gorillaz famous.
Nice. Okay.
And so it's like it's a whole thing, and so they're getting attacked, and they all separated, and they found their way back together, and this is what this album is basically supposed to be.
Oh, I gotcha.
But it like the crazy shit that goes down, like Noodle gets dragged off in the ocean, and then she has a guy who saves her life, so she apprentices under him, then accidentally frees a demon and has to go hunt it down. Like crazy shit.
I can see that. That makes sense.
Why not?
So I mean, I guess if you're following story, like style of the cartoons that you're depicting, I guess it makes sense. I
Right.
guess. But it's still kind of tough to wrap your head around. It's a lot.
Yeah, it definitely is. What do you think, Tyler? You've been kind of quiet.
I was reading some of the wiki. It's really, really crazy. I was reading Noodles and some of the other ones in 2D.
Dude, Russell's is the
yeah.
fucking saddest shit I've ever read in my life.
I haven't read Russell's yet.
Oh my god.
Well, now I'm kind of scared too.
It's
It's
jeez.
intense.
Yeah, like I showed Jake a little bit of it, and just I mean, like in the beginning, Murdoch's just trying to start a band, and so he needs equipment, and so he crashes into like a fucking store that 2D's working at, who's a regular person at the time. He crashes into him, and he puts him in a coma state, and gives him one of his signature black eyes. Oh, jeez, it's
Crashes again.
the eyes are actually 8-ball fractures. That's why his eyes are black.
Huh? Really?
Oh yeah,
There's a whole lore and everything that goes along with it, isn't there?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, there
Each
is.
album has a full-blown story. It's phases of the band,
That's interesting.
and I think that's always kind of what's kept me interested in the Gorillaz, is that they took a virtual band, like they took something like Hatsune Miku and then just like put it on ecstasy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious as to what it's gonna, because I know that each of their albums obviously has like a completely different feel from the last one. So I'm just wondering if he's going to, continue, like, where is it going to go from here? I mean, this is a 26, well, I guess there's like actually like 19 songs or whatever.
Because there were some weird ones that
Yeah.
I just wanted to be close to you.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? And I feel like that was just like stuff that he had no idea what to do with, in the sense, like, even further, like he couldn't finish it, so he's like, I'll make it an intro.
See, that's what I'm saying, and that's how it feels like with most of the music too. Like, he had all this music, and he just asked these artists to either record over it or just record independently, and then he just put it to the music. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, there's no cohesiveness between
I'm going
them.
through the album. I'm just looking through the list because there was a song that I wanted to bring up. Busted in Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't, like, I liked it. It just, there was no percussion.
It was just like background noise almost the whole time. Or
Yeah.
synth or
And
a
I mean-
piano or something.
Yeah, it was just, it wasn't bad. It was just, like, I really wanted to like that song. The lyrics, it was good, but it was just like, fuck.
See, when Andromeda hit, and then when I heard Bustin' in Blue, I was like, all right, here we go. The album's about to get good.
Yeah.
And then it was just like,
Damn it.
Carnival was okay. But then I really
I
liked
do-
Let Me Out, and then Sex Murder Party just like crashed it for me. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Sex Murder Party.
Do
Sex
you?
Murder Party. You're like, what the all right, I guess we're at some crazy techno rave where everybody's murdering each other.
Just another Tuesday.
We're all gonna die sometime.
What about She's My Collie?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I hate Well, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. She's my color. Yeah. Oh, and Charger. Oh my god, dude, that song.
Wait, hold on, I gotta...
Cha 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 cha. Cha cha cha.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
dude.
okay. Cha 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 cha.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Oh god. But yeah.
I don't like. My thing was that you could get into those in the right mindset. Like that's what I mean is that the tracks are actually pretty solid. They just don't go together.
They shouldn't have been on the same album.
Exactly.
If this had been released in 5 different like EPs stretched across like the year, I'd have been like, okay, I really like this one. Not so much this one. And this one's really good too. But since they're all together, it's so like crazy.
I still like. I loved some of those like interludes and things. The Nonconformist Oath was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
That was
The
pretty-
first
that
time
was
I
good.
Say.
I died.
Yeah, I did like that. It was
Yeah.
a nice touch.
It was. Or what else was there? We Got the Power. I honestly did not like that song. Like,
What?
I just couldn't.
Like, I don't know. Like I was saying for fucking.
Well, like if you're trying to show like family members,
But
where they don't necessarily like you're not trying to show them anything crazy, and you want to show them the
guess.
first album or like the new album, like that, you would show them We Got the Power.
yeah, but I mean, it's still listening to a lot of a collaborator and something that's not really the Gorillaz. I
Yeah,
like.
it had
it
more
just-
of them in it. We got the power to be loving each other,
Well, what?
no matter what happens.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
I
jeez.
really liked that one. What songs did you like then, Jake? Like, what are you like feeling? What are you vibing
Well, like-
with?
I don't know. A lot of this album just I didn't feel a whole lot of it. A lot of it, like the political stuff, I felt was too straightforward, and like he let the collaborators do a little too much with it rather than putting his own input. I feel like Demon Days, the way like he worked like the problems of the world into that album was way better. It just I don't know, this album didn't click for me.
Yeah, like you can have a message if it's like weaved into there nice, and it's like you almost want to like have a. I like when political messages are there, but you can't really tell that they're there, I guess, until you like really
Yeah.
break it down.
Yeah, and then you're like, I see what you did there,
Yeah.
you sneaky bastard.
Exactly.
All right, what about The Apprentice though?
I have that one on one of the songs that I liked.
I am a fan of Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah.
Like I love his voice, and so to hear him in a Gorillaz song, I was like, yes. I knew I liked him for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did like that one though. That was one of my one of the ones that I actually did enjoy.
All right, what about Halfway to the Halfway House?
It was okay. That's
was-
it's on my okay list.
I was, it wasn't terrible. I mean, again, that's like, it's like the whole fucking. I feel like I'm saying.
Yeah, I just repeating like the same things over and over and over, you know. It's just like, yeah, this was good, I guess.
It was good. It was good, but it had its problems for sure.
I feel
What do you got, Tyler?
What you feeling?
and they've always been weird. And they've always kind of done this like whatever the fuck they wanted to.
Truth.
It almost feels like they, like you kind of said, it's like they took multiple albums and slapped them all on the one CD. Except they all kind of have the same message. So maybe all these songs are like really different from each other. And it almost feels out of place in some instances.
We just want you back in the album.
Yeah, I think that's what the interludes are supposed to be for. It's supposed to be like, all right, here's the next section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it weren't for the interludes to break it up, I think I would have more of an issue with it. Because then it would just sound like a random collection of songs. Not that the interludes really tie the songs together, but it almost
gives space.
yeah, it's like yeah.
It lets you breathe to
Yeah.
get ready for the next thing.
Rather than just being slammed one after the other with what feels
Okay.
like a random collection of songs.
I know how I will describe this album. This album is like the Reddit 50-50 challenge.
Oh my god. That's pretty accurate.
like some you're like yes, and others you're like no.
Yeah. Well, were there any songs that you guys absolutely like did not like at all? Like that were just like, really? What are you doing?
You're somewhere.
I'm not a super huge fan of Charger.
Yeah, I just
I told you guys.
it's too much.
It is. Just the repetition of that chorus too, man.
It sounds like a Blur song.
You know what else I noticed? Man.
True.
Like,
True.
The what?
Well, I said it sounded like a Blur song.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. I wonder why it sounds like that.
I could only imagine. It's weird.
So strange.
It's yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like a lot of the songs, like Carnival, I think, and there were a couple. Maybe it was Charger too. Like there was this vocal pattern and melody that he would use, and it would carry through the entire song.
Well,
and it was
I know.
so.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but did anybody else hear a lot of like Prince melodies or like fucking a few Michael bass lines?
I heard what felt like they were supposed to be throwbacks to some Demon Days songs, I think.
Like which ones?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what they were. The way it started, I was like, this sounds really familiar. Actually, it may have been Clint Eastwood. When I heard it, I was like, man, I feel like he's trying to like pull from the past to be like, look, guys, we're still this good. Trust me. But listen to this as well.
It's tough. Because there's a lot of solid shit in there, and you don't want to shit all over the entire album. You just wish you could like aim at specific ones.
Exactly.
That, from my understanding, all the music is him. The way that it worked is he would travel to them, and on his way to them, he would be working on the song that they would be like recording.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, he definitely, he put it together. Like, okay.
On the road.
That's what makes it to, like,
So it goes back to that thing I was telling you yesterday. Like, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a Fort Minor thing. Like, you know, the collaborator's a little bit bigger than what Mike was using, but maybe he was trying to support them a little bit more. And
try
that's
to
what
propel
his intros were like,
those artists.
him. I don't know.
I could see that. That makes sense. I could see that.
I could see that, actually. It's
Because a lot of these people I haven't heard of. I mean, except for De La Soul. Who's that other guy?
few pop
Anthony
can.
Hamilton.
Yeah, like Danny Brown,
Danny
Grace
Brown.
Jones.
Yeah, so I could see that. I mean, because I guess that is kind of the theme of the album too. You know, I mean, it's called Humanz, so why not get a bunch of people to collaborate?
There we go. We put together the madness, guys.
But I feel like I would appreciate the album a little bit more if that's the way it was.
I agree, 100%. I feel like it should have been about everybody rather than being so politically charged, especially in one direction.
Yeah.
Because there, I don't know.
Well, there's just so much police brutality lines.
Yeah, dude, the number of times the number of
And
times.
don't get me wrong, like I it's cool, you know, I get it, you know, like get all of the information and go from there, but you know, at a certain point, like after the 15th, 16th time, I'm rolling my eyes, like.
Yeah. You know, it seemed like all of the hip hop, the rappers, they all had that idea. And it's interesting to go back, especially to like the self-titled or whatever, when there were other hip hop songs and the themes were just completely different. Like,
Well, I mean, a perfect example, one of the first tracks on that album, 5/4.
mm-hmm.
That song is literally in a 5/4 time signature, which is weird and ridiculously hard to sing to. Like, that's what I always liked about the Gorillaz, was they did cool stuff that nobody would think to do.
Yeah.
We've had dance tracks and big badass breakdowns with rap with rappers in the fucking front, and we've had all of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see what you're coming from there.
I think that's what like I just wasn't like wow.
What?
Just like yeah.
What's the Hallelujah Money? Like, I really like that song, but what the hell is the timing in that? Because it feels like it's like in 6/8 or like 4.
I think it's 6/8.
5.
It's
Is
either-
it 6/8?
I think it's 6/8.
Dude, that song is nuts.
It's got a more jazz feel to it, so I mean, it's kind
Yeah, it's almost like waltzy, kinda. Well,
Yeah.
sort of.
I'd say like I don't think it's 3/4. I think it's like 6/8 because there's more going on
Yeah.
than just short three counts. But like his vocals are like I think that's why this was my favorite track on the album was it was the most different thing
Mm-hmm.
in it. And like just his vocals are just so haunting,
Oh,
and
dude.
the lyrics are really like they're political, but it's like you guys say, like you know what I mean. It's a little less on the nose and like just more grand. And I mean, even all the way down to the end when it's just like Hallelujah Money, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, definitely one of the better songs. Also, I really liked that the chick's voice on Out of Body. Is that the one
Out of Body.
that
Oh
starts?
yeah.
I
The
really
Kilo Kish.
like. Yeah. Holy crap! I really liked her voice, but it just didn't fit here, and it makes me want to go like listen to her stuff. Yeah, she does the first verse of that song, I think, or I think she does most of the lyrics of that song.
Yeah, most of it.
Like, I don't know. It's weird because I don't want to say like the songs are bad because there are parts in the songs that I like, but I don't like the songs as a whole.
Yeah,
if I
but
were-
at the same time, like if you only like specific parts, does that make it a good song?
Yeah, exactly. I think the end of Sex Murder Party, like I enjoyed, but the whole beginning of it, I was like, I'm good.
It just reminded me of the track. It's a Kanye track where he worked together with Bon Iver. We Own the Night, I think, or
Mhm.
something like that. Exact same vibe, like just like weird rhythm where you're like, it's a dance, but what?
Yeah. Would you recommend people to listen to this album then?
I
I
definitely would.
would say if you have taken the time to go through the Gorillaz already, then by all means, yes. If you haven't experienced the Gorillaz at all, no. You will not like it. It'll be like listening to Radiohead for the first time.
But that's their thing, though. You can listen to older stuff, and it has nowhere near the same feel as this.
That's what I mean though. Like if you were like, have you heard the Gorillaz? No, and you show them this first, they're not gonna want to listen to the older stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. I think.
I do no, because I think it's just so it's. Well, what do you mean, Tyler? Exactly.
So I mean, there's like lots of stuff that I listen to that probably people look at me and go, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, this dude is fucking crazy." I mean, I think there are plenty of people out there who are going to hear this album and they're going to be like, "Oh, dude, this is awesome." They're never going to have heard it before ever. They're going to be like, "This is fucking cool as shit." Because have you ever seen the XKCD comic where he's like 1 out of like every 10, there's like 4 billion people in the world, and out of those people, 10,000 of them have never heard of that one thing. You're that lucky 10,000th person today, and you get to show them something they've never even heard of, even though it's like super popular. You know, so there's also going to be people who are going to find it, and they're never going to have heard of the Gorillaz before ever in their life. And they're going to hear it, and it's going to be awesome. They're going to like it, and they'll probably go back, and most of them will listen to the old stuff, and they're going to like it. So, I mean, just because I don't like some of the songs doesn't mean I still don't like the album.
Well, and I definitely don't mean that like anybody who listens to it's going to be like, "What is this? This is utter garbage."
It's just trash. Get out of here.
Nothing. Like, and I definitely think that for like newer generations, I think will like this very much.
Think so?
Yeah, because it's right up the alley of what's been coming around anyway. Like it has like it's a little different from the vibes that's what's on the radio right now, but you could throw in Andromeda onto the radio and people would be into that.
Yeah.
Just like bobbing their head back and forth.
Yeah, I think there are a few songs that you could do that with, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, this is really good." But I feel like the songs that you would do it that with are so different from the rest of the album. It's very it's a very off-putting album for me personally. Like the songs that I like, I really like. Do what?
Well, it's just so like polarizing through
Yeah.
each song.
That's yeah.
I'm sure.
And I think if they were like, oh man, because I remember hearing one of the earlier Clint Eastwood was I think the first song that I ever heard, and I was like, holy crap, this is really good. It's probably one of the like first like hip hop songs that I ever listened to
Like, oh.
or learned fully. I was like, yeah. And then, but even from that to like Tomorrow Comes Today and like 192000, like those are on the same album but feel so far apart, like stylistically.
I wouldn't say so, because like if you listen to those albums, like if you listen to that first album, each song transitions into the next really well.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
All the way down to M1A1.
Yeah.
I mean, as to this, it jumps. It's like you're in different parts of a conversation.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I would agree with you on that one. I think it's like there are songs that everybody knows, and I think that those are like the most popular songs for a reason. But I guess they just have more like reach potential. You know, like you said, like I could see, Andromeda or like Busted in Blue or We Got the Party, like being like cross-genre hits where people are like, oh yeah, like I really like this. But then when you drop something like, Sex Murder Party or like Ascension or Out of Body or whatever, like those songs are so like different that I don't think that there's no way that they would have the same amount of reach for people.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like on, the other albums, like they're, like, okay, so you listen to the Gorillaz? Yeah, I love Feel Good Inc. Like, okay, like that's what somebody would say to you. They're like, oh, I love Feel Good Inc. Feel good, boom, shake. You know what I mean?
Slap them one. Just
yeah, and it's like, okay, so you've never heard any of the other songs, but
Yeah.
I think that like Andromeda and like Busted in Blue, like those are the songs from this album that people are like, I love the Gorillaz. Have you heard Andromeda? Have you heard Clint Eastwood? And it's just like, okay.
I could agree
That's
with
fair.
that.
That's fair.
That's a fair assessment. Wish I had a button. It was like fair.
Drop the fair hammer.
It'll be coming in the works. The fair button.
The fair button.
Overall, let's just go through. Jordan, out of 10, what would you give the Gorillaz Human?
God, out of 10?
Yeah.
Out of
Big
10,
scale guy.
I'd give it 6.
A 6?
0.3.
That's still fair. It's not a 5 or under a 5, so I mean that's still fair. It's not bad, but it's not good.
Solid 6.3.
I can dig it. I like it. All right, Jake. Out of 10.
I don't know. Yes.
Just
I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's not a bad album. I just feel like there's very few songs you can really call Gorillaz. And I don't know, back to the recommending it to somebody. If I really wanted them to listen to the Gorillaz, I wouldn't recommend any songs on this album. I would say go listen to like Dirty Harry or something like that, and then kind of like ease your way into the album. But if some random person just picked it up they would probably like some of the stuff on.
Fair enough. So
Not
middle
too
of the road.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, what you feeling?
I think I'd go to 6.5.
6.5?
7. I like it a lot.
Highest
I listen to it
rating?
I listen to it at least a couple times a day. Even the weird songs that I'm not totally a super huge fan of. I think grow on you. They might not be your favorites, but
Yeah.
Wayne, what do you think, Reese?
Honestly, this may surprise you
Oh,
guys.
here we go, boys.
Honestly, I would give this album a 7.5. And
Really?
before you go, like, what the hell?
All right, here we go.
The reason that you would, the reason that I feel that is this album may have its imperfections, as fucking many as there are. But there's still genuine artistry in every single song. I've listened to this album I've gone through the listens about like 40, 45 times.
Jesus.
Because I wanted to put my finger on what I didn't. And the biggest thing I didn't like was that it was basically just a bunch of collaborators and Damon Albarn sometimes. But that being said, the collaborations that he did do, there was genuine thought in each and every song, and I could still get behind the rhythms of those songs and still listen to them. I can still bump some of that shit in my car. And, like, honestly, that's all you need to do with a CD.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I'll admit, after listening to it, I listened to it like 4 times, I think, all the way through. I may not like a lot of the songs, but I could feel. It felt like they were having fun making it. Like I could feel that emotion that was behind it. Like it felt like they were having like a shit ton of fun, like making this album.
Everyone was excited in each song. Nobody sounded bored or
like forcing it out.
There was my opinion on it, or our opinion on it, doesn't necessarily matter because the amount of time that they spent to put it together is fucking impressive. The amount of artistry that's going to be going into the 10 episode series.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive. Like,
yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of love in the project overall.
Exactly.
Any last remarks from anybody about the album? That's a good one.
I'm sorry.
Enjoy Let Me Out, and Andromeda's okay too.
Capped
They're
off nicely.
Okay. What a way to finish.
It's cold.
It's like
Yeah,
when
it
your
was-
mom
it
walks
was
in
still
on you
up to you,
masturbating.
sorry.
You're done. Fucking done at that point.
Yeah, Gorillaz. It's a typical Gorillaz album. It does multiple things at one time, and if you're a Gorillaz fan, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
One thing you can really say is just go listen to the album.
I'd say if you enjoy Gorillaz already, listen to the album. If you don't, I would recommend a different album to start with, and then I would get to this one.
All right, so I guess the next thing is what have you guys been listening to lately that you've been getting into, and then what should we consider reviewing soon?
I listen to the New Issues album like every day
New issues.
on like repeat.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Never listen
I'm
to
looking this
Issues.
shit up right
Issues?
now.
Nope, I've never listened to them.
So what you're gonna want to do right now?
Oh, here we go.
Black Diamond. Black Diamond is awesome. Pimped out Black Diamond.
I'll add that to my listen list.
No, but that's from their old album. But their new album is called Headspace, and Headspace is fucking so good.
Oh, then I'm gonna listen straight to that one. Well, is that what you guys? Are you guys? There's a new the deluxe edition of California from Blink-182 is coming out in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
That's what I'm interested in listening to. I played the shit out of California, I'm not gonna lie.
Like that's another interesting album that is actually their stuff.
That could be interesting
That'd be a good
just
one to go through.
Wait, so Blink's coming out with a new deluxe album?
it's a deluxe
Yeah.
edition of California. It's got 11 new songs or something like that, an acoustic track.
So are we gonna review the whole album plus the extras, or do we want to do just the extras?
I mean, I'd be up for whatever. I've been listening to nothing but California and Blink discography for the last like 3 or 4 months. I'm not kidding. So,
Nice.
I'd be up for that.
For
I can
sure.
listen to that too.
So let's put these.
or K-Flay's new album. I'd love to sit and talk about that.
I wouldn't be against it.
I bet you would.
Well, I have a lot of strong opinions about that album.
I hear. All right, so I finished. It's done. It's so awesome, and not what I wanted to make, but this is how it turned out.
What are we talking about
This,
here?
this is what I've been doing this whole time.
Oh my god.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it? It's awesome.
You
love it.
are amazing. And a god.
Is that the Declaration of
Photoshop.
Independence?
It is now.
I must have sex with the Declaration of Independence.
There you go.
that is now my Twitch thing. It's going up.
But,
It's beautiful. Don't ever change it. Ever.
Well,
Okay. So
back to
got
the...
that down. What else? So Issues. I haven't even heard of Issues. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't want to listen to their old stuff if they just released a new album, though.
It's so good.
I want a fresh opinion on new stuff.
Their new album is just so jamming. I love it. I listen to it legit.
Don't even tell me what kind of music it is.
You don't want to know?
Nope, I'm just gonna listen to it.
I'm checking the first track.
I'm gonna let it
That's-
shock me.
Let my jaw hit the fucking floor.
So, what do you guys think? What should be the next step?
Well, I mean, looking at like, what have I been on? There was one that I noticed I wanted to bring up. There's new Linkin Park coming out. Just silence. Okay.
About that.
Well, boys.
Didn't they put out an album when I was like 5?
Dude, they're still
It
going.
has been a really long time. I'm gonna be honest.
It
I fell out.
really is.
I fell out. I was like, I just don't care.
It'd be
Not
nice.
that this newer stuff wasn't good. I just wasn't.
I wasn't a big fan either, honestly.
It changed so much.
Man, if you want to go back and talk about hybrid theory, let's do that.
Oh my god.
You want to break down hybrid theory right now? Because I will fucking break it down for you.
Let's talk about that.
My life is tough. I'm gonna go listen to hybrid theory.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody gets it. That was hybrid theory.
Oh my god.
After well, I forget even which one it was now. It was one of those. They released probably somewhere around 2010. I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm done. Probably before that even. I don't even, it's been
I don't know.
so long.
After the second Transformers track they did, I was like, nah, you did the same thing. This is the same song. No. I'm not cool with this. Fuck you guys.
Which one?
Transformers changed them.
That's when they sold
They
out.
rolled out, dude.
I tried to listen to the new Harry Styles. Couldn't do it.
Who the hell is Harry Styles?
Couldn't do it, dude.
I've heard of that.
The dude from One Direction who bailed.
God damn it.
Yeah,
He
dude.
went the
No,
other direction.
No.
Oh shit! If you want,
I have
Miley
cancer
Cyrus
now.
is coming out. We can do that.
Who?
Well, all I mean is that, like,
Miley Cyrus.
Oh shit, son. I'd
all
be
I'm
down
saying
for that.
is if you look at the Beatles were poppy bullshit in the beginning. you got to pay attention to when they break up because that's when they do interesting, weird shit.
Oh, that's true.
Did we just compare? Hold
JT,
on.
man.
Did we just compare One Direction to the Beatles?
Yes.
Hey,
They did some.
I'm gonna
shit
tell you right
back
now
Once upon a time.
that at one point or another, you could practically compare the two, like in sense of popularity and the way that people were crazy about them.
It's true.
I mean,
I guess.
that wouldn't be a hard comparison.
I guess.
Like, I know it hurts you on a generational level, and it kills me to say, but it's the truth, honestly.
It's just good.
I mean, if we're being honest, I don't really like either of them, so I will gladly compare them all.
Yeah, fucking whatever you say, man. Yeah, go. God
That's when no
damn
one
it.
heard from Jordan ever again.
What even happened? I don't even know anymore. I'm looking at this new Blink album.
I hear Kendrick Lamar's got a new album. Or was that who was that?
I don't know if I
Kendrick.
could stomach a Kendrick Lamar album.
Don't be a bitch.
Ah, dude, it's not anything personal, but I don't know. I just can't deal with the way his voice sounds. It's grating to my ears.
I Prevail's got a new album out.
My last stroke just went viral. Right
then-
stroke, put your baby in us.
I've been listening to Heathen Sons. I don't know if you guys heard that yet.
I
No
don't think I
idea.
have.
It's like straight alternative southern rock kinda. I like
Huh.
it.
I can dig it.
It's kinda like it's like a cross between Kings of Leon.
Oh God.
I don't know who else. Like
you-
this someone more rocky.
Have you guys ever listened to like Kings of Leon, like their album?
Yeah.
There's like the hits were literally the only good songs.
They're all.
You
they're
are
just-
wrong.
Dude,
they're
ah,
that
that
wrong.
guy's voice does
I
not fit
don't-
with anything.
Disagree with you, and you should be ashamed for your opinion.
I'm just saying, dude, his voice. I've listened. Stephanie likes them, and dude, there's other songs that I've heard. All were terrible.
It's in the
Fucking-
water.
Oh my God, please.
It's where
it's-
it came from.
It just doesn't match. His voice just doesn't mesh well with literally anything else.
I
It's-
think you should go die.
I love it. I don't know.
Oh God.
I have to be in the mood for it, but all right. What about like Sunreal or Mad Child?
Sunreal still making music.
Yeah, dude. Let's get some Canadians up in this.
Go international.
Exactly.
Going big.
Going big, guys. I'm telling you,
Moving up to
second
Canada.
episode, fucking Canada.
We're on our way to Canada.
Oh fuck, the road to Maples.
So what do you think? What's everybody interested in? Because I'll do
Everything.
whatever. I mean, even if I don't like it, I'll still listen to it. If you guys want to talk about it, so I'm up for whatever.
Well, you need to listen to Issues. 1. Heathen
Okay.
Sons. Even if you don't want it, you got it.
And do what you feel. No, we could do. I'd be down to do Issues. It sounds interesting.
I love Issues so much.
What's the name of the album?
Headspace.
Baby metal. Do you guys want to do baby metal? I love baby metal so
Oh,
much.
dude, you
Oh,
just do
God.
some baby metal.
I love it.
Oh God.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and you may hate me. I've never listened to baby metal.
That's fine. You're going to, and you're going to be like, well, why didn't I know about this?
What is this? What is this feeling in my pants?
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
Why does this bring me so much joy?
I'm just going to go ahead and post some links in the chitty chat here. There's
Cool.
another one there for you.
That's what we're doing.
I think so.
Is that what have we all agreed on
Wait,
this?
so-
On what? What are we agreeing on?
Wait, so are we doing baby metal or are we doing Issues?
I'm gonna vote for Issues because I can understand the words.
Yeah.
I'll
Racist.
second that.
Racist son of a bitch.
Not racist, just not bilingual. There's a big difference.
Fair assessment.
God
Oh
damn.
man, can we recap and talk about the last I Antwoord album at some point?
Oh, I haven't even listened to it yet.
Oh, the Mountain Ninja and the Nice Time Kid?
We have Candy.
Yes, but do you have coffee? Dude,
I got no wings on my penis.
Dude, what
Dude,
the
that
fuck?
fucking album was amazing.
Oh god, I haven't listened to
I would
it.
love to review that.
Do you want to do that instead? I haven't listened to it.
Dude, yes. I would totally like, oh my god.
Why not both? We can do both.
We could do both.
We could do both, but let's do one and then the other.
Yeah, not at the same time. That would be crazy. People wouldn't know where we were going. They would be lost, and it wouldn't be good.
You know what we could do? We could all pick like an album or something that we all like really like,
All right.
and have everybody else listen to it.
I like them all.
Because it's like I really like this. Let me show you guys, and then we can. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I like it.
Because I do.
Fair.
You guys listen to garbage.
Oh my god.
You don't know what
You know what I thought about the album you gave me? It was shit.
Are we trying to look for like newer stuff though?
Fucking trash.
Um.
Track 1 to track fuck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What?
Track fuck.
Okay.
The podcast has devolved.
That's-
Slowly.
We're spiraling out of control.
That's when the funny shit goes down.
There you go.
Or when the worst shit goes down. Who knows?
Yeah.
And you know what
so-
happens? You become Howard Stern. That's what happens after that.
Worse.
Oh my god.
All right. So, do we want to do the albums thing, or do we want to do the Diantword thing? Like, what? We got to make a decision, guys.
All right.
We're not animals. We live in a society.
This is a democracy. That means
Go ahead and
we
listen
vote.
to both, and then we devolve later.
I don't want to listen to both because I don't want to get. I want to focus on one thing.
But you
Yeah.
know you like Die Antwoord anyway.
Diet Antwoord's okay. It's very
Okay.
hit.
Oh,
they're
okay,
very-
guy.
They're very hit or miss, and I'll admit I've only listened to their songs that are like hits, I guess, or they have videos for. Like I've listened to some
Okay.
of their other songs.
This guy's a
But
Diantword.
I'm just
geek,
saying.
so, you know, only listening to the singles.
I've never sat down and actually listened to an album front to back. I'll admit that.
Hey, have you ever heard of Diantword? Yeah, I've heard Rich Bitch.
Yeah, Enter the Ninja.
I
That
watched
song
that.
is dope.
Or I've heard Baby's on Fire.
I think you freaky.
And I like you a lot.
So is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
What do you think, Jake?
What do you think, Jake? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'd rather start a little easier. I still like the issues thing. 3 fresh
We could do
ideas.
issues first. It's a little less.
A little less
Out there.
crazy.
Okay.
in your
It's a
face.
more down to the ground.
All right, so
I
we can
feel
do
like
that.
that on the baby metal scale. you
it
know?
can be sometimes. You're not wrong. All right, so I guess next one, Issues Headspace.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. When was it released?
2016.
2016.
Oh, last year. Okay.
It was like fall or something.
Sounds like it was spring of last year.
Whatever,
It
man.
was like exactly 1 year ago.
Really?
What else?
Just
Look at that.
about.
That's skill.
Wait. Is this? When was? Oh, April 28th. Okay. Headspace was released March 20th. I thought they were the same date. I was worried there for a second.
I'm just saying, there was like literally no other new albums that came out.
Literally.
Yeah, there's not. The only thing that's coming up for me is like the new Blink album that I'm interested in that I can think of. Or there was Coloring Book.
Oh my god, there's a new Seether album coming out. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Holy shit.
Holy nuggets. Like,
Okay, so you want to
actually,
do issues? You know, we should like genre hop too. That'd be
I'd be down.
like just go from like do a rotation.
Always genre.
At some point, I want to do. It doesn't have to be a specific one of his like things, but I would love to do MF Doom, Mad Villain, fuck Danger Doom. I don't give a fuck. We gotta.
See, I've never listened
yeah,
to
dude.
any of his songs.
We could do Danger Doom. That'd be awesome. His name's Doom.
The one that just with you. Good shit.
Shit.
So issues headspace we'll do.
Issues Headspace. That's the next one.
Sounds
and
good.
I think that pretty much puts a conclusion to the old podcast there, I'd say.
We did it.
Right. We
Any-
made it. We made it to the end of a fucking podcast. I didn't think we could do it, but we did it, guys. I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Motherfucker.
On the
No,
next
that's
episode. Do we stop it now?
Yeah. We'll come up with a better thing later.
This is fine. All right, stream's ending.
We'll fix that in post.
Fix it in post. It's fine.
You need to leave that in there. Fix it in post.